Yeah.
Yeah, Shalom. Yeah. This is the I.S.U.P.K. Trinidad under Command General YAHANNA. You know, I am Sopiala and just holding along until Officer Galawan reach. You know, again, what today is week about week 3 or week 4 that this coronavirus, the lockdown, or so forth, that taking place in the country at this time, And again, must say, Brakataya Washai, Mosai is demonstrating his power. So, and it shows now the impact that all oppressor throughout this society, People now start to mimic and start to follow the oppressor, by saying, this invisible enemy, the war against this colorless, but through the scriptures, just like all the Christian church like to say color don't matter, color does matter. Because through the scriptures we can prove, that the Most High God is a God of color. And it shows you that color does matter. So they could say whatever they want, do whatever they want, but your Christian leader, your Christian pastor, your imam, all these religious leaders, have no idea, no clue concerning these records. And this is just a proof that they don't know God and they don't understand nothing concerning these records. And where these records can be broken down, only in the I.S.U.P.K. under Command General YAHANNA. Right? And once again, we're going to go into the scriptures, and again, as the scriptures say, prove all things, and we're going to show all that has taken place, whole virus come to pass as all the oppressors and even all people, by holding on to the oppressor, saying that this invisible, this colorless, this whatever they want to call it. But we know that it's the Most High. When I say we, the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K. under Command General, we know that it's the Most High is demonstrating his power. We know that. And again, we're going to show through the scriptures again why he's doing this. Because again, far too long, nobody, again, as they say, have been held accountable for all the wrongs that they have done, for all the wickedness that they have done unto the children of Israel. And we're going to go into the scriptures, and show concerning, why this coronavirus is only, again, rampantting or making a mass, as we say, make plain itself throughout all these oppressors and through all these oppressive needs.
Book of Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth a man.
He that what?
And he that stealeth a man.
Go ahead.
And selleth him.
And do what?
And selleth him. Or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
He shall surely be do what?
He shall surely be put to death.
As we go to the scriptures, just as the scriptures say in the book of Exodus, and this is Moses, one of our forefathers, a Levite, as he have been instructed once again, to demonstrate or to bring forth these writings, whereby with pay attention and this. They have stolen us, they have sold us into slavery. Just as the Africans, as they say, are round us up in that time and sold us, to the Romans. And again, everybody had a part to play during our time of slavery. All our oppressors, all of the children of Israel. You can go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and they're going to identify, curses that befall upon us. Because why? Because of disobedience. And it's the same thing that's happening today now. While the Most High is demonstrating or putting forth his hand and demonstrating his power and authority upon this earth, if we fall victim again to this, again, is because why? We have not been taught about these laws, statutes. By obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments, again, is what going to, as I say, this will be our stability in these times. This is what going to keep us. This is what going to make us stand firm in these times. And remember that, the Most High is just demonstrating his power, right? Or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So all the death that is, these heathens and them are being put to death. Even some of our people, again, who have fallen victim to this virus is because why? Because of the Christian pastor who have hold on to the oppressor and continue to teach lies and continue to lead our people astray. Because why? They have not known these records. Because why? All their teaching and all their doctrines and philosophies is based upon the oppressor. What the oppressor have sold them, just as I brought out earlier, if our oppressor get a squeeze foot, they will say that they get a squeeze foot as well. So whatever master do, they will repeat it after master. As we go into the scriptures, we're going to show again, because of our oppressors, because of oppression, and because of of what our oppressors have done to us. This is what is taking place at this point in time. So again, this is the I.S.U.P.K. Trinidad, so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Indians, that the truth now is out there, and by what is taking place will highlight and identify, that your Christian pastor, again, is a damn liar. He has no faith, as you say. He's a faithless, as you say, faithless, or again, there are much words that they could use to describe him, but again, because you have been taught by our oppressor, this is the condition that we are in today, right? We go from again, as we go to the scriptures, we're going to show again, just as the scripture say, he that stealeth a man. We're going to show through the scriptures now. They now only again using us for their own wealth and their own gain, as the scripture say. Or if he be found, or be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Go to Genesis chapter 37 and 20.
Okay. Book of Genesis, chapter 37 and verse 28. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Then they passed by
one of our forefathers, the father of the Ephraim and Manasseh, who obtained that blessing, from our forefather, from not demonstrating, that brotherly love for one another. This is what takes place, amongst the brethren. Go ahead.
Okay. And
these men were passing by merchants, and as we say, If you decide now that you see the mindset of all of our oppressors, they only thought and only, again, somebody who is not, again, who is not my people. Because why? Each and every nation have an identification. Only because they didn't do that. They use that opportunity, you know, to 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 sell one of our forefather, again, because why? He was not, as the scripture say, a Midianite, or he was not an Ishmaelite. He was neither one of those. And because of this, you know, it show you now that the hatred, again, because they knew that he is not one of them, they took, again, full advantage of it. Same thing again as, again, through the book of Deuteronomy 28. Say, you know, well, we are Africans, but really and truly, again, in the book of Exodus, truly the Most I say put a difference between we and the Egyptians. The Egyptians was one of those African nations. So it already identified that the Most High already made us that aware that we are not one of those African nations. We are not Africans, right? So again, it show you where that, you know, these merchantmen were passing, and they drew and they took up Joseph. When they went, again, when they hauled them out of there, what they were supposed to do? If they were men, again, of righteousness, it shows you that these men have no righteousness within them, and the scriptures say that as well. These other nations know not righteousness. They don't know what is right. Because why? Because of our oppressor, who is the so-called white man, who is Esau, again, which the Bible record him as the devil, as we say, which is the biggest deceiver, as the scriptures again say. Is this the man that deceived the whole earth? Yes, this is him. Because why? All these other nations have been following after the footsteps of our oppressor. And all these other nations have obtained being more and more wicked. And because the Most High now heard the cry of his children, this is, again, as the scripture say, the beginning of the end. These time that is taking place is recorded through the scriptures. And again, as we go through, you know, things now showing that how, you know, why it is, you know, that the Most High now is demonstrating his power in this time, right? Let me go to Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10.
Okay. Book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity.
Right. Yes, sir. Start at 9.
Okay. Book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9. Any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right. So as the scripture say, if any man have an ear to hear, if any man have an ear, let him hear. So as we bring out, you know, what is taking place, this goes out to, you know, to the children of Israel again, by titles who are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know, pay close attention to what is taking place. You know, again, seek counsel, seek, again, to the nearest school nearest you, the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity,
Right,
shall go into captivity.
right,
He that killeth with the sword.
right. Read over that again.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Right. Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So he that killeth with the sword from the time of our captivity up to today, the Most High God is demonstrating, as we say, what they call a mass slaughtering. You know, in past times, you know, a lot of plagues, you know, the Most High brought forth. And this plague here now, which we know as COVID-19, or what they call the coronavirus, the Most High now is demonstrating his killing. Because why? Say, just as you say, he that killeth with the...
He that killeth with the sword.
These are oppressors, mass murderers. You know, Columbus and the crew came to Trinidad again, and afar off, when the native Indians again, who they put on titles as the so-called Caribs and Arawaks, who they give names, and they call our forefathers like as cannibals, as eating man, you know. From afar off, they welcome them with you know what, with bombs and guns. Made a mass murdering again in the city of Port of Spain. A mass murdering. And just the other day, you know why during the time when the building of the Red House, where they say that how, you know, they find bones, and when they do the research, you know, the bones were of some of these forefathers, you know, during that great slaughter by Columbus and the crew. And they did this throughout the Americas. They came to the native Indians again, sold them smallpox again. It shows you all the mass murdering that took place at that given time. All these mass murderings that took time. But this time now, the Most High God, as you say again. Go ahead, finish it.
Can. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here is the what?
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Many of our forefathers long to see these days. Many of our forefathers long to see these days. So it had the time that the forefather Moses, by the instruction of the Most High, parted the Red Sea. It would have been a sight to see. When our King YAHANNA, which the world know him as Jesus Christ, walked the earth, it would have been an honor to be at present at that time. But now, in the time where now the Most High God is demonstrating, you know, his power, and a lot of our forefathers, you know, with the who had not witnessed this in our time, you know, witnessing this is a glorious thing to see, you know. Again, Barakatah Yahweh, you know, again, as the Most High continue to demonstrate his power. And as you say, here is the patience and the faith of the saint. We have been patient for over 400 years. 400 years plus. We have been patient. And because of this, again, because of all our oppressors, as the scripture says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So whatever he did to us at that time, as the script, as the Moses, he say, vengeance is mine. Vengeance is mine. We are not, again, we are not going to do, as I say, as all these black movements and decide that, you know, to pick up guns and run and cause, you know. No, the Most High already know. Let us know vengeance is mine. That still doesn't mean to say that, oh, hey, if a man, as we always say, cross the line, he won't be put down. There is a line, and a man must know that if he cross that line, he's going to be put down. right? So let me go to Isaiah 33 and again. Most High is demonstrating his power, and again, this world or this society, because of oppression to our people, they would follow oppressors and continue to go by the name that the oppressor called him. Just as the oppressor called him the invisible enemy, a lot of our people now is making diversions or making up names as well. Again, colorless. They do again because why? Because they cling to the oppressor. When in truth and in fact, again, is the Most High just demonstrating his power, right? Let me go to 53 and 1.
Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest.
Right? Woe to thee that spoilest. Again, our oppressors have spoiled us. They have destroyed us. As the scriptures say, woe, destruction to them. So what is coming upon them at present? Destruction. Again, anybody that in the way of this again, the Most High passing, again, our people will be destroyed. Because why? You have not paid heed or what is taking place. And again, the only reason because of this is because of your Christian pastor, the Muslim mosque, all these other religious organizations. Because why? They have not paid heed to what is taking place. And because of that, the scriptures say, woe to thee that spoilest. Because of why? Because of what you have been teaching the children of Israel. What you have done to the children of Israel. Go ahead.
And thou was not spoiled.
They didn't have that time again. They lived again graciously, church. I just say, I just say, the bowl run it over. But now, for some strange reason, they now are crying. Because why? At that time, and there wasn't spoil at that point in time. Go ahead.
And dealest treacherously.
Go ahead.
And they dealt not treacherously with thee.
Because why? Again, they deal with us so in a way, well, I on top, I the one, running things concerning this. Now we just look up the meaning in our churches. So we'll give a little more context on this scripture, right?
Yeah. Treacherous. Not able to be trusted.
Right.
Showing that someone cannot be trusted.
Right.
Very dangerous and difficult to deal with.
Right. Right. Let's read it over again.
Treacherous. Not able to be trusted.
Right. These are oppressors and not to be trusted. Go ahead.
Showing someone cannot be trusted.
And it shows you that because of what they have done to us, again, as we go through the scriptures again, showing that when we thought, as these merchants had passed by and removed the forefather Joseph out of this pit, within his subconscious, well, hey, well, because of this, well, the save me. So, well, probably they will let me go. But because not knowing that these our oppressors cannot be trusted, well,
mean in a church.
yeah.
Very dangerous and difficult to deal with.
Because they are very dangerous and difficult to deal with. These our oppressors are very dangerous. They will kill you for nothing. They will again, they will sell you for nothing. Because you don't, as you say, look like them, and they knowing that you are not them, they are very dangerous. Right? Let me go back to the scripture.
Isaiah chapter 33, continuing.
Yeah.
And they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
Right.
And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
It shows you that these nations and them, again, they are not to be trusted. They are not to be trusted. Right. Let me go to Obadiah. Obadiah. Again, they are out here again to bring this reminder and remembrance to the nation of Israel, what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that Most High God, again, is the one who is putting forth his hand at present. Because again, these nations have dealt treacherously with us. They are not to be trusted. They are not to be trusted. Right? Obadiah 1 and 9. Start at 10. Go to 1 and 9. Book of Obadiah.
Okay. Book of Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Right. Again, this is the Most High now showing again and demonstrating because of this that so-called oppressor, or what we know as the white man, shall be cut off by slaughter. So what is taking place in Italy right now? A slaughter. What is taking place in Spain right now? A slaughter. Because why? What is taking place, as you say, in Babylon right now, or which we know as America right now? A slaughter. The Most High God is the one who is doing the slaughter. Right?
Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For what?
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
All these mass murderers, black and black crime, the abortions, all these, I just say, a black man can't walk the street now, because I just say, anything black move, shoot it. Because of the violence against thy brother Jacob. Go ahead.
Shame shall cover thee.
Right now, all of our oppressors, all from the so-called white man to to the so-called Chinese man, to all these nations, all of them now, shame covering them. Shame. Because why? Because all the wealth, everything now jumping up again in this coronavirus. Jumping up in this coronavirus. Right? Go ahead.
Can. And thou shalt be cut off forever.
And they going to again. This timing again after the regaining again of the kingdom, they shall be cut off forever. Yeah. It's like yes. Yes, pass the class over to priest and officer, the other one. Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm a kill. They don't say what kind of people, right?
Tell them good.
Just shame class. Put more of that. Yeah, the articles, you can't pull up them videos with Maduro and America, you can't pull it up. You can see what that from there.
Yeah, I could definitely try here.
You can pull up you want with yeah. Checking the chat. Specifically the chat. The chat, yeah. Yeah. Facebook. Oh, no, this one is well cute. This one might be on YouTube too now. YouTube shop, but it's the one unless you want to play, you can like on the convex. I think Baraka had it too. Yeah, I think Baraka had page. Just another page. I think there's this one on YouTube. One of Baraka probably last one. Trump administration announces the operation never is real. Everybody. YouTube or Facebook? That's on YouTube. YouTube, I'm looking for the time here. Right on this time here.
Right click.
Oh, there you go. That's YouTube right here, but it's on good chat, but it's on YouTube. Oh, no, put that on the screen. Yeah, because I can't choose that TV now, so let's look quick. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but the time I see, look at that time. Yeah. In general. Yeah. What part of it? Yeah.
Enhanced counter-narcotics operations in the Western Hemisphere to disrupt the flow of illicit drugs to America. Deny our adversaries the financial resources they depend on and build the capacity of our partner nations throughout the region. I want to thank the United States military work hard here at home to fight the coronavirus. We continue to take action around the world to defend our great country. Thank you. Now, good night, gentlemen. Thank you, Secretary, for those.
Okay. So like I said, you need them to see it on the TV, right?
Yeah, you picking it up? Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, you can on YouTube there.
Yeah, straight.
Alright. Yeah. Well, that's it.
Don't worry.
Alright, so yeah, get Shalom Israel, you know, there's the I.S.U.P.K in Trinidad here. I.S.U.P.K in Trinidad and Tobago. Right, teaching the truth about the Bible since 1969 under commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? We always had the truth and we just bring out the truth. Alright? That's what we'll do here in this class, you see. You understand? We don't really fear the coronavirus, it's the Lord we fear. You understand? Everywhere you go, everybody frightened of this coronavirus. They're so frightened. People in Tobago, 14 people in Tobago, want to put out the nurses and doctors' families. These families are speaking about them. You know, they have families in Tobago right now. You know, they have doctors and nurses who seen about the coronavirus patients in Tobago. So let me say as a nurse and I taking care of a coronavirus patient. And I go in, after my shift done, I going home. My own family is putting me out of my house, pay me out of the house. Because why? They're scared of the coronavirus. You understand? That's how serious it is. But again, none of them knows the truth. All of them know is Christianity. So Christianity will say, fear the coronavirus and don't fear God. You understand? So you can imagine families paying their own families out of the house because of the fear of the coronavirus. You understand? It had this big pastor preaching, he abolished the coronavirus. It's still out there. You understand? That's to show that Christianity doesn't know the truth. You understand? So meanwhile, while everybody panicking now in Trinidad, panicking all around the world, people dying. You understand? Trump wants to come into the Caribbean. You understand? And oppress the Venezuelans and then even more. You understand? Because Nicolas Maduro, he's a good brother. You understand? Just like Fidel Castro. He's a good brother, but the media will make them look like if you know there's this bad person. You understand? So Trump and his administration will make the media portray Maduro as somebody bad, when really and truly is America paying sanctions on Venezuela to make Venezuela go to the ground. That's how it is today. And now America wants to bring in the troops. You understand? Bringing in everything, the armies, the warships, bringing it into Venezuela to what? To terrorize Maduro, to make Maduro feel pressure to say, all right, I'll give up my seat, I'll take over in America. You understand? But Maduro said, nah, I ain't backing down. I standing strong at the fight. So again, with the media, they're bringing it out here now, they're saying it's because of the drugs that is going on. That is what they're saying, that is what they're claiming. You understand? But Maduro used to be taking care of the people in Venezuela, but it's because of the sanctions that Americans put
on Venezuela is why I'm Venezuela in the condition as it is today. You understand? They try to do that with Cuba. You understand? So the video.
Okay.
Narcotics operations in the Western Hemisphere to protect the American people from the deadly scourge
Yes, I
of
can get it.
illegal
Yeah.
narcotics. We must not let the drug, because it's particularly important time.
Yeah, go back on when you know come on. Yeah, when you know come on. 5 something.
Yeah, good. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Our great country. Thank you. And I'd like to invite General Milley. Thank you, Secretary, for those words, and thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership. And I want to publicly thank Admiral Craig Fowler, the commander of U.S. Southern Command out of Miami, for leading this operation, which is underway effective today. And also Admiral Gilday, Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Schultz, for their contributions to this from their services. There's thousands of sailors, Coast Guardsmen, soldiers, airmen, Marines involved in this operation. We came upon some intelligence some time ago that the drug cartels, as a result of COVID-19, we're going to try to take advantage of the situation and try to infiltrate additional drugs into our country. As we know, there's 70,000 Americans die on an average annual basis to drugs. That's unacceptable. We're at war with COVID-19, we're at war with terrorists, and we are at war with the drug cartels as well. This is the United States military. You will not penetrate this country. You will not get past Jump Street. You're not going to come in here and kill additional Americans. And we will marshal whatever assets are required to prevent your entry into this country to kill Americans. So right now, the Navy has marshaled additional gray hull ships from both PACOM and EUCOM and from the Naval Fleet at Norfolk. And they are set sail already, and they're in the Caribbean right now. In addition to that, there's 10 Coast Guard cutters, and there's Special Operations Forces and Security Force Assistance Brigades, along with Air Force reconnaissance aircraft. The bottom line is you're not going to get through. Now is not the time to try to penetrate the United States with illegal drugs to kill Americans. But with the United States military, we will defend our country regardless of the cost. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Secretary.
Right. So what he basically saying again, the media is saying because drugs are going on, the fighting the pandemic of the coronavirus, the fighting the terrorism, and they have to fight the drug cartels and them. So they're sending some warships into the Caribbean. You understand? Of course, it have more to that. I mean, they're going into Venezuela. I don't really want to go too deep into it until, Commander General YAHANNA might see it and he will speak roughly on it. You understand? But of course, this reminds me about it in Cuba. Like Cuba, when Barack Obama was trying to lift the sanctions off of Cuba. Right? For 50 years now, Cuba had sanctions on it. You understand? I remember America doing that sanction right now with Venezuela. You understand? I believe it was in 1963. Right? They tried to go into Cuba, into a place where they thought was we call the Bay of Pigs in Cuba. You understand? But again, Cuba, it was ruled by a man called Batista. Right? He was a dictator. This man called Batista is a dictator and he was a pro-American. Right? And he never had nothing about elections. He never do no elections. He was a dictator. He took over all the wealth. He oppressed the poor. And he allowed the white Jewish people, or the Amalek, right, as the Bible calls them, the Amalek people, the white Jewish people. Right? He allowed the white Jewish people, the mafia, the Italian mafia, to own the sugar plantations, to own the casinos, to own the banana plantations, to own the banks. Right? How this man Batista did. Right? So the rich white people, they was wealthy and they ended up making Batista rich in Cuba as well, right? But then it had a man called Fidel Castro, right? He was an educated person in the States. Also a man called Che Guevara, right? He was also educated, right? There was in the States and he was educated. two of them was communists, right? Communists is like they believe everybody's supposed to have the same amount of wealth, right? That is like communists. The wealth had a share equal, right? That is what basically communists is in rough terms, right? So they believe that the wealth is supposed to be divided amongst the people, and the people who had businesses, they shouldn't just have all the wealth, right? So then it had a revolution now in Cuba, and the Soviet Union is an organization that was run by Russia. The Soviet Union had backed Cuba, Fidel Castro. Right? Russia, they had backed Fidel Castro. Right? So Fidel Castro, he won. The exiled Batista, he left. Fidel Castro took over. Right? And also at the same time, America, they thought that Fidel Castro, he would have America thought that Fidel Castro would have sided with America and have democracy and all these types of things that America does, right? But that didn't happen, Fidel Castro sided with the Russians, right? And he allowed the Russians and them to set up nuclear missiles in Cuba, which it threatened the east coast side of America. And I believe that was called the Cuban Missile Crisis. I believe that it was called at that time, the Cuban Missile Crisis. You understand? So America, they had a plan to blow up Fidel Castro. They had plenty plans to take out Fidel Castro. Again, of course, they all failed. They wanted to poison him. That failed. They want Fidel Castro used to be smoking the cigars. They had a plan that somebody would go in and they switch the cigars, put a bomb in his cigar. So when you pick up his cigar, it's really a bomb. No, it's not really a cigar, it's a bomb. That can all fail. And that plenty times they want to kill Fidel Castro, that failed. Right? Again, Fidel Castro, once he get in charge, he nationalized everything in Cuba, or all the businesses, all the big businesses in Cuba. So when I say he nationalized everything in Cuba, the banks, after the revolution, Fidel Castro took over now. Remember, before it was the rich Amalek or the Jewish people who really owned everything in Cuba because of Batista. Right? So Fidel Castro now, he nationalized everything because they was communists. And Fidel Castro said, here we're going to. You see all these things all over. You see, he went into the banks, they say, here we're going on banks. Cuba now own this bank. You don't own this no more. He went into the sugar plantation, the banana plantation, the casino. He said, all right, Cuba own this. All of them own this no more. You understand? You run them out of the casino, say, all right, we own this. You understand? All of them own this no more. But it was communists. The wealth was supposed to be split up equally. All right, so because of that, all of the rich white people, they had to leave and went into, and I saw they ended up in Miami. All of the Jewish people, you understand, they're really white people. All right, there's not Manessa, there's not Cubans. All right, there's white people. You understand? So that's the basically that's the same thing what they're trying. They're trying to do something similar to that, in 1963 when they went into Cuba to try to kill Fidel Castro, but Fidel Castro again, he outsmarted the president at that time. You understand? That's what Donald Trump doing, and to say it up, to tie it all in. Fidel Castro used to take care of them Mexicans and Cubans and them. Fidel Castro used to take care of the Cubans and them. You understand? Cubans and them have free education and free health. No, I know health care. No, I know they're saying that we have free health care, but if you really look at the things like the free health care you have down here, it's in a mess. People are complaining. You understand? So what the government trying to say, because it's free, they could do what we want? Nah, that Fidel Castro never used to take care of he people and them so. People never used to complain over there like that. Fidel Castro used to take care of them. He said free healthcare used to get the top of the line. You understand? Not the doctors and then trying to outsmart it to carry you by some private doctor. We all of them want to have food. We used to take care and free education here. Trinidad don't have free education. That is a myth. That is a lie. Over there, they have free education. You understand? That is why they literacy so high in Cuba. Because of how Fidel Castro did. So Fidel Castro, he took care of them. Fidel Castro took care of them. That is the same to what President Maduro in Venezuela was doing to the Venezuelans. He was taking care of them. But Trump so want to control America. Right? Babylon so want to control the earth. They're trying now to go in to manipulate or frighten Maduro. So they're sending all the warships, wherever spaceship, wherever they have, they're sending it to try and frighten Maduro. But that ain't what happened. You understand? That ain't what happened. And right now, what's going on here and all these are the last days. As Christ said, we in the last days. You understand? And the signs of the times coming, it's showing. You understand? Look, World War III is coming. You understand? Give me the scripture in Revelation of World War I. You understand? World War III is coming. You understand? I'll tell you, World War III is going to be a glorious day. You understand? Babylon who have us and by our necks, you're going to be free at last from World War III. You understand? When World War III, right after World War III, we are going to have power in our hands. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people. The Caribbean Arawaks, they're going to have power in their hands. The Hispanic people, you understand? People from Cuba, people from Venezuela, black people that came up with slave ships, we're going to have power in the hands. And we come and take over right after World War III. You understand? That is what's going to happen. So this Bible is a real book, real black men with real life powers, right? Not Christianity, where you're seeing the Christian churches, witchcraft. That is voodoo and obia. I know a lot of people say they believe in voodoo and obia. Well, right. What is going on in the Christian church? That is voodoo and obia. Pushing you to make you fall and you have to fall. Because if you ain't fall, the pastor will look like a liar. So you who so in love with your pastor now, don't want to make your pastor look like he's a liar. Because the world watching him, so you go fall. Just not to make your pastor look like a liar. You understand? That is voodoo. That is obia. You understand? Them the thing was going in Christian church, necromancy. You understand? When they say what the larger bless, it have plenty larger bless in the Christian church. You understand? It have plenty of sukunya in the Christian church. The pastor himself is a sukunya in the Christian church. You understand? So who are the scripture in Revelation?
It's like I said, which one they want? The one in 9 and 12 or 11?
Yeah, the one with World War I.
One.
Yeah.
The book of Revelation, chapter 9 and verse 12. One who is past, and behold, Salakia. The book of Revelation, chapter 9 and verse 12. One who is past, and behold, there come two words more hereafter.
Right? So the scripture say one woe is past. When they say woe, that means destruction. Right? One woe has passed. You understand? Now this is a vision that John was seeing of the future. You understand? John was seeing this vision of the future. When World War I was 19, it was 19 when 14, if I'm not mistaken. 1912 or something, so right. So John saw this vision for 1912, 1914, World War I. You understand? This is what John had saw, right? A little bit of the history in World War I. I can remember it was something Hernandez. He got killed, and that was when it caused the World War I, right? Something Hernandez, right? In World War I. It was something like that. Look at him and just correct me on that. He was something Hernandez who got killed in World War I, but briefly, roughly, okay, let me say what Germany hit in World War I. Germany was in World War I, and after World War I, because of Germany, right? Like right after World War I, because of Germany was one of the biggest majority countries that lost World War I. All right, so in World War I, Germany was there, and Germany was one of the biggest countries that lost World War I. Right, so because of that, the other countries and them, they taxed Germany for their role in World War I. Right, so it was Germany, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, the Ottoman Empire. Right, them was the central powers. Right, or look this up. Them was the central powers. So after World War I, Germany was tax heavy. Austria-Hungary was split up, right, and they become two independent countries, right, Austria and Hungary. Because before World War I, there was one, Austria-Hungary. After World War I, they split up, became two independent countries. All right, the Ottoman Empire was done away with. Right, people suffered in poverty in Germany after World War I because all of their money was taken from them, right? But the banks and them, they're the ones who had all the money. So Germany was in poverty after World War I, but the banks and them, they had all the money, right? And the banks was the Jewish people or the Amalekites and them, right? So the politicians were Jews too, right? They had money, right? So the people who owned the Diamond District, the media company, Jewish people, right? And it had a man called Hitler in Germany, right? When I find out, that's who it was, right?
So I guess it was really executed.
Yeah, in World War I, what started the World War I? It was.
Yeah, I think it's saying is the Archduke Franz Ferdinand who got assassinated.
Ferdinand, right. Right, when he got assassinated, what country was from the Ottoman Empire? Yeah, once he,
Serbia.
Sorry?
He was from Serbia.
Serbia, right. And that really started the World War I. Right, so again, it had a man named Hitler in Germany in World War I. Hitler was a poor kid growing up in Germany, you know, and he started to hate the Jews now. So Hitler, poor in Germany, growing up, he started to hate the Jews. Because why? Hitler was seeing everybody in Germany was poor. And all the people who had money in Germany was the Jews. Right? So Hitler started a political movement in Germany with the Jewish people as the enemy. Right? Hitler started a political movement in Germany as the Jewish people as the enemy. Right? So Hitler was like, you poor people in Germany, you are poor and they are rich. You understand? You the ones who them is the ones who make you poor, them rich, the Jews and them, and you poor in Germany. You understand? So that was Hitler was like, and the Jews, and to make the Germany a great again, he say, in order to make Germany great again, we have to get rid of the Jews. All right, that's what Hitler was saying. So Hitler, he builds up the SS in Germany, all right, and he takes everything from the Jews, he put it in Hitler's hands. Boom, World War II started, America and Russia destroyed Germany, World War II ended, right? So again now because of World War I, the countries that did not exist, they existed in World War I, right?
So I guess
Look up.
yeah. Second correction. The guy who was assassinated was actually from Austria.
Austria,
Yeah.
right? Oh, and his name was Ferdinand.
Yeah,
Right.
that's correct. That's it.
All right. All right. So no sweat. All right. So now because World War One again, now the countries it had countries that did not exist and they existed after World War One. All right. So it had countries that did not exist before World War One and they existed after World War One, like Poland, Croatia, right? And other countries again, they could look it up, right? Them makes it the countries have to rely on other countries, right? They are countries that have to rely on other countries. Or it makes it easier now for the other countries to control them, right? Like Russia or NATO, right? I believe NATO is comprised of 25 countries, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, NATO, I believe it's 25 countries. All right, you can look it up and see. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, I believe it was 25 countries. All right. So this thing here, what Trump is going to do right now here, I don't know if I can find the next one, but that will be on Facebook. That one might be a bit more hard. All right. But they was talking about Rowling. After it was on the group chat, they were talking about Rowling.
Right on Facebook?
It's on the group chat. I don't know if it's on YouTube, but I'm not gonna. If you look in your group chat, because Maka had sent it. We're just talking about Rowley. Alright, so alright. Again, so it's have like I know a video clip in here. If you could get it, you will see, but if not, so no sweat. It have they said Rowley, Trinidad and other countries like the Bermudas or Bahamas, right? Some other countries in the Caribbean, they're not siding with the Americas. Right? So I believe all of that too is why Trump sent his warships to the Caribbean. So maybe to make the prime ministers and them in the Caribbean tremble and say, all right, we're going to back the Americans, we're going to support the Americans. Right? So there's a chance we can find it, we can find it, that no sweat. All right. Give you want give me the World War III, the scripture, World War III, Revelation.
Book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
All right. So the second woe is past. All right. So the second woe, the second destruction, the second disaster is past. I was talking about World War II. You understand? What Hitler do to them Jewish people and them. You understand? He should have killed more of the Jews, but so bad it didn't happen. Right? More of the Jewish people and them. Right? Because they are not Jews. Right? They are Jewish people. Ish meaning something like. You understand? They are not really Jews. They are something like. You understand? So World War III now. World War III is coming. Alright, that's what the scripture say. Alright, World War III is coming. You understand? We don't know when it will come. You understand? But it's coming. That is what Christ said. It is coming. That's what John saw. He saw World War II go on. And he's seeing World War III is coming. So again, we don't know when it's coming, but Christ said we are in the last days. And these are the things that you will see in the last days. You understand? Give me one in Matthew 24 and 7. Matthew 24 and 7.
So like I say, you can play on the TV.
You can't play.
Yeah, quite
All
confusing.
right, no, sir.
Okay.
Right there.
That was Khan,
Yeah.
book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation,
Mhm.
and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right? So nations shall rise against nations, right? There's going to be a race war. There's going to be a race war. You understand? A lot of people who don't believe it, but there is going to be race war. You understand? There's going to be also countries going to fight against countries, kingdom against kingdom. You understand? There's going to be famine. People are going to be hungry. Pestilence, diseases. You understand? Just like the coronavirus, pestilence, diseases that was not written in the scripture. Diseases that is not written in the scripture. Like the coronavirus. You understand? That is what the Lord had said. Isaiah 13 and 17. Before that, somebody gave me one revelation. I think it's 12 and 9. The Jews and them, 12 and 9.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, and verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent, or the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out in the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Read it over again. Just on no, that is not it. Yeah, 2 and 9 years, 2 and 9. So okay, it's 2 and 9. Right.
Book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say that they are Jews.
Right. So there's Revelation 2. Right. Start from top again.
Book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 9. I know thy works, and tribulation.
Right. So he's saying here now he know our works and our tribulation. Right. Go ahead.
And poverty.
And poverty. Who had owned all the banks in Cuba? Who had owned all the sugar plantation and the banana plantation in Cuba? And when Fidel Castro come, started a revolution. And he said all the banks belong to Cuba now, it's not all their own. And then they left Cuba and went to Miami. And they are not Jews. They're not in poverty. You understand? Suffering. The Jews is going to be in poverty. The Jews going to be suffering. You understand? This is what Christ is saying here. The Jews going to be in poverty. Those white people who calling themselves Jews, they are not Jews. They're not in poverty. They own banks. They own the Diamond District. You understand? They own everything. They're rich. They're not in poverty. So black people is in poverty. Hispanic, Native Indians is in poverty. Go ahead.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Right, but thou art rich. So we in poverty. So again, now how could he say we in poverty and we rich? Who could explain that? How he could say we in poverty and we rich? What he means by that? So I know a lot of Christians can read it and say, you know, they ain't going to stand so there's some crap they're going to make up. Some Egyptology will say, you see, the Bible contradicting, saying you're poor and saying you're rich. But what I mean by that? We in poverty, but we are rich. Who does explain that?
Yes, like I said.
Yeah, Maka. Yeah.
The scriptures stating in brackets that we're rich because of our inheritance, the covenant that we have, that Israel have with the Most High.
So I guess it.
Yeah.
Is he also talking about the works that we do?
Okay, well, yeah, where's the works? Where's the works does do?
So I guess in terms of keeping the law in your side.
All right.
Rich and strict.
So therefore, you understand? We in poverty, but other rich. You understand? The whole world wants other. The whole world does watch Israel, want to be like Israel. Israel put the cap back to front. Everybody want to put their cap back to front. Israel like how we just play basketball. So everybody want to play basketball like you. Everybody like how we just rap. So white people, everybody want to rap. Just like black people. Rich in spirit, as in also. That spirit. Everybody want to be Israel. You understand? And the blasphemy of them that say they are. We do what from there again?
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue. But are the synagogue of Satan.
Right? But are of the synagogue of Satan. So Christ knows, you understand? The Lord know. Those people who say they are Jews, they ain't Jews. They are white people. You understand? They are Jewish. Amalekites. You understand? As that is not possible. The Jews and them can't leave the land black and then come back white. You understand? That is impossible. You understand? So we are the true Jews. Black people, Hispanics, and Native Indian people. We are the true Jews. You understand? And as what the Americans and them doing, you understand, it's not different to what the East Indians and them does be doing, oppressing Israelites. What America doing is no different from what the Africans and them doing in Africa, oppressing the Israelites. You understand? The Africans in the country of Africa, they oppressing the Israelites, who are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people. You understand? We are the true Jews of the Bible. Right? Not them Africans and them there. The East Indians oppressing us, the Chinese oppressing us. Just like what we just see when they was beating up them Chinese and them beating up the black woman and them in the beauty salon. Right? So we getting oppressed from all the races on the face of the
Right.
You understand? That's what Israel does. We just get oppressed. You understand? I was watching a video with this African man from the country Africa balling up in a white man's face. Yeah, and the white man just curl back at him and walk off. But if it was a black man, if it was a Negro, right, if it was somebody that came off the slave ship, he would have done that already. The black man had done that already. But there is a difference between a black person and an African, right? You don't see no African number one in playing basketball. It's black people that came off the slave ships. We is the number one. You understand?
Right.
There's no proof that we are African. That is a lie. Again, the white man just taught us that, so to keep us at bay and keep us as slaves. Because fall in love with him and not fall in love with the Israelites that came off the slave ships. You understand? Because not fall in love with the Hispanics and then that was forced. Right? The Hispanics and then that was forced, or the Asherites and them that was forced to speak Spanish. You understand? He did that to make us not fall in love with our people. You understand? That is why the white man did that. Christianity is a lie, but the Bible is real. You understand? The Bible is real, but Christianity is a lie. And World War III is coming just now.
Right.
You understand? World War III is coming just now. You understand? Now is the time where we have to gather ourselves together. All nation, not desire. All the other nations on the earth, they don't go through what we just go through. We're the only race on the earth. You understand? The Africans don't go through what we just go through. The Chinese don't go through what we just go through. You understand? We're the only race who is not desired. We're the only race
who have no nation. You understand? All the other race and them, they have the nation, they have the culture and the language. We don't have that. You understand? We don't have a body to call and say, this race you're attacking me, do something about it. Man. We don't have that. The Africans had that, the Chinese had that, but we don't have that. Isaiah 13 and 17. Right. You see we got plate, that matter. But then they say they can't see it.
It's on Facebook?
Nah, that's not normal. It's not around.
No, you won't be able to see
You
it.
won't be able to see it.
You gotta show it from your phone.
All right, no sir. See if you get next time. All right, yes, Shark, go ahead.
Isaiah 13 and verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Right, so the Medes, right? The Medes is what country? The Medes, right? Or the Persian Medes. What country is that?
The Medes, like that's supposed to be Iran, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, my card.
I think it's the Iranians.
Iran, right? So the Persian means that is Iran, right? And the Lord is going to stir them up, right? So to stir them up, right? All that bombing and thing going on there, gold and silver, you know. All I wait over again, I'm sure.
Isaiah 13 and verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall regard silver, and as for the gold, they shall not delight in it.
Go ahead. That is 17.
They come.
Go ahead.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children.
You ever have 18?
On the fruits of thy womb. Their eyes shall not spare children.
Right, so what are they talking about there? Where's the bows? What are they talking about there? Come on, questions on there.
Yes, I'm checking. Yes, sir.
Yeah, anybody? Nobody know the bows? Yeah, the one. I don't know. Right, the bows is the missiles, right? Missiles.
Like I said,
Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
the thing with when I was saying with the Medes and them, right? So when you said on that, like the place to be where the Medes was Iran, right? But also the Medes and the
Persian
is
Elam. Elam will be this Indian. Elam. Right? Elam. Right? But this Persian he says talking about Iran. Right? That's talking about. Right? Yeah, so what was the question there? Martha, what was the question?
It's just wanted to know if Christ came back after World War III.
Right? Yes, right. So we're going to go into like okay, just for a country, we might go into England, right? So, yes, I was continuing from 19.
Continue from 19.
Yeah, 13 and 19.
Isaiah,
Yeah, Babylon's captivity, right? But I know America. So go ahead.
Isaiah 13 verse 19, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldees, the excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right, so we're talking about the beauty. America is beautiful, right? With mansions all our places that never closes, you know. America is beautiful, you know. It's not like all over the world, right? America is a beautiful kingdom that never sleeps, right? That is how it's gonna be. Just like when God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, it was fire and thus everything going to get destroyed, right? Fire and brimstone and everything going to get destroyed, right? So this beautiful place is going to get destroyed. And with the last days, pestilence is coming out now. Now, as general saying, if you don't take heed, the Lord is going to send worse. All right, so this is just the starting process. You understand? Read on verse 20.
Isaiah 13 and verse 20. And it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Right, so yeah, so it shall neither be inhabited from, you go back again?
Isaiah 13 verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Right, so people won't live there anymore. It's going to be an inhabited places. People ain't going to live there no more. Right, nobody, the Americans, the Arabians won't pitch tent here. You understand? Meaning that they won't eat. You know, like people, like, okay, the Arabians and they used to come in America and build up tents to sell whatever products they're selling. That ain't going to happen no more. It's going to be inhabited places, inhabited place. It's going to get destroyed, this beautiful place where all the different races coming into and selling their products is going to get destroyed. And then all that is going to get destroyed. You understand? There could be no more. It could just be a place where I believe Captain Mashak was showing a video where the wildlife was coming back. The wildlife was coming back. Right? All those things will happen after the place get destroyed and bomb up the wildlife going and come back. We won't be there no more. The wildlife will be operating there. That is what it is going to happen.
Okay, so
good.
Why did it call America the concrete jungle?
Right.
Because everyone no greens at all. Everything is just structure all over
the coronavirus, everybody inside. Sheep and goats and all kind of maybe alligators and crocodiles coming back.
Church shall dance there.
Right? Yeah, so that is basically what I was just yeah, basically that's what I was saying. The wild beasts, all the bombings and things get destroyed, the Lord sending fire and brimstone. You understand? The angels come back and destroy. After all of that happen, if it have houses still remaining up. If it still have houses, you can't go in your houses. Because why? Why you can't?
So the houses and then so when you go back in the thing when you come back to the structure and see all the iron and them go melt and
No, well when you remember when they go in them houses now, you seeing snake and crocodile and thing, you can't live in them places again. After the wildlife take over and you see a house maybe halfway up and they say, let's go and take a shelter. You see three crocodiles that are ready to bite some lions. You understand? You can't go in them houses. You understand? That is what's going to happen. You understand? It's going to be a nice place. World War III. Yes, it's going to be a destruction. The scripture said, "Oh Lord, it is darkness." You understand? That day at the Lord is going to be a lot of, as I said before, a lot of defecation and urination. You understand? When people see that kind of destruction coming, it's going to be a sad day. It's not going to be a happy day. It ain't going to be cookies and cream. You understand? But that is the only way for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to get salvation. Only, you understand? And if you don't want to get the coronavirus, then keep obeying the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. And of course, I see people pertaining to the Bible. A Chinese could do whatever they want. You understand? We, the Lord has beat we. Remember that scripture talking about the Lord saying, He will punish us for our iniquities. I believe it's Amos 3:1. Shall I continue reading verse 22? Read verse 22.
Isaiah 13 and verse 22. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate house, and the dragon in their pleasant.
So I'm probably talking about a dragon.
So like that's that. The verse Isaiah 13 and 22 the end.
And they say what a dragon.
Yeah, they say what a dragon.
They say what a dragon, you read two again?
Isaiah 13 and verse 22. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragon in their pleasant palace, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
Right. So the wild beasts, like animals. So again, remember this is talking about the wildlife, right? Right. So when I say what the dragon, now, where's the dragon? Right? Remember they're talking about wildlife. They're talking about, right? So when they say dragon, you know, they're talking about. Right.
I think when you see crocodiles or snakes.
Yeah, I would say crocodile here. A dragon is like a big, it's like a Komodo dragon, let's call it. That's like a big lizard. They say the lizard is as big as a crocodile. The lizard is as big as a crocodile. I just call it a Komodo dragon, I believe just call it. Alright, so there's going to be lizards that huge. Right? Alright, so it's going to be a scary place. It's going to be lizards that huge, right? This one is national page. Right. Right, so yeah. So Saka, if I could keep up to date with what is this wearing mask and they're talking about here now. Right? So we could keep up to date with that. Right, I'm too sure, but I believe he said it airborne.
You can address what happening worldwide and
Right.
recommendation that get this. Because I come in the future and going in public places.
Right.
Your home meeting wherever you make home and wherever it's
Right. No, sir. Right, so I believe the CMO, that is the chief, the WHO, right, is the World Health Organization standards. Right, so you know that before they're saying it had no proof that people who is healthy, who are not coughing and sneezing and things, it had no proof if you have on a mask, it could prevent it from getting it. Only if you're coughing, then you put on your mask. So, amongst yourselves. Right? So now they're saying now put on mask because it's airborne You understand? Some saying it airborne, some saying it are particles. The same when you go in the grocery and you buy grocery products, sanitize the grocery, wash the fruits with soap and water, because you don't know the particles might end up touching it. You know what I mean?
Like I said, they come in and breathe it.
Because I believe the sacred stain. I mean, again, it's about scripture I was looking for. Just talking about with fear. The Lord said, don't put fear in Israel. I don't know what scripture that in the New Testament. Some of the New Testament, the Lord said, don't put, you know. So I could find it. Second Timothy 1 and 7, I believe. Second Timothy. All right. Now you could do all of this and still end up getting the coronavirus. It still all depends on the Lord. You understand? It still all depends on the Lord. And again, fear is a demon. You understand? Even today, somebody tell me Obi and voodoo exists. And this person trying to justify what he see and what he see. So it is true. You understand? Now again, just like when Satan was amongst the other angels, because Satan is a perfect angel who the Lord created to do evilness and destruction on the earth. Right? The Lord has Satan where going, see, going to and fro. And they will get frightened. So Satan looking for people who frighten. And he will make them see things that is not there. You understand? So a man might say that he sees somebody flying in the sky. Right? Now, because you believe in Wobia or voodoo, you will get frightened at it now. So now Satan seeing you, you weak, offer something that is a myth, something that is not real. Satan will make you see something that is not there. Just to have that fear on you. And will make you what? Because a fear is a demon. Fear is a demon. You understand? If you have fear, you will end up believing in other things, saying it have power. So a man who believes in Obi and voodoo, he go put a horseshoe on the wall, he go put beads around the house, saying they go words. And the Lord said, he's the onlyest power on the face of the earth. Right? He's the onlyest Alahaya on the face of the earth. You understand? So if you believe in the horseshoe come like a power. You ain't believe in the Lord going to protect you from wherever it is you think you see him. You understand? Same thing with the coronavirus. People believe in these masks going to protect them. People believe in hand sanitizing going to protect them. You understand? If the Lord wants to give you the coronavirus, he is going to give you regardless are you having on a mask or you're washing your hands, sanitizing your head yourself. You understand? All you have to do, keep the laws, obey the laws, statutes, and commandments like the scriptures. You understand? And again, as the general said, yes, you could get the coronavirus. That is something blessing to be. To get the coronavirus doing the work of the Lord. You understand? You understand? That is something, it think will be nice. You understand? Because there are some people who get the coronavirus, and then what happens after? They get healed. You understand? Again, it's the Lord, doctors, because the Lord does work through the doctors. The doctor is like a tool work through. You understand? So those say the doctor healing is the Lord. That's what the scriptures say. Right? The doctor is just like a tool that the Lord does work through to heal it. That's why the scriptures say, listen to the physician. Listen to the physician. Right? Listen to the doctor. You understand? If the doctor say you need a blood transfusion, take the blood transfusion. Don't listen to no Christian and say, if blood going, you know, kind of crap. No. Don't listen to the Bible. You understand? So again, all these hand sanitizing and wearing on masks, you understand, staying inside, quarantine. If the Lord wants to give you the coronavirus, He's going to give you. You understand? Again, coming to school, you will teach how to go along the guidelines of the council, and no worry. If the Lord give you, it's a blessing once you're in this school. You get the coronavirus and die. You understand? Once you do the work of the Lord, as Christ said, better you die for He than it. Now what Christ said, better you die for me than you die for somebody else. You understand? Because reincarnation exists. Some people believe when they die is it. They want to dust and full stop. But no, when they die, they just come back again on the earth. You understand? Not the pagan way like them Hindus and them. Hindus believe in some garbage. I don't know what garbage they believe. But scriptures say, if you are a man and you die as a man, you come back as a man. If it's a woman and as a woman, you come back as a woman. If it's a bird and the bird dead, the bird going to come back as a bird. That's what the scriptures say. You understand? So, who are the 2 Timothy here? 2 Timothy 1 and 7, I say. 2 Timothy.
Yeah. And of love, and of a sound mind.
Right? So, the Lord didn't give us that spirit of fear. Right? The Lord didn't give us that power, sound. The Lord give us a power. You understand? He didn't. Fear is a demon. Right? Fear is a demon. There's a lot of demons lurking around the earth right now. Right? We just call it different names. Right? Like homosexuality, that's a demon. Call it a different name. It's a demon, but we just call it a different name. Fear is a demon. And loneliness is a demon. We just call it different names, but those things are demons. You understand? And the Lord said He didn't put no fear in us. Israel didn't put no fear. Once He keep these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, the Lord is going to be here with us. You understand? So what's going on with Trump again, as I said? I don't know what is Trump's plans. Right? I don't know if Commander General is going to bring it out. Black Watch Monday night. We're going to tune into the Black Watch on Monday night. All Israel is to tune into the Black Watch on Monday night. Right? I believe it's what time was Monday night? 10 o'clock? What time was that? 10 or 9? Trump like he want to start a war. I mean, Maduro ain't backing down. This time I might see Maduro back down as if they gave him some kind of injection quietly. You understand? But Maduro, he ain't backing down. He having his military there. And also Maduro have the support of China and Russia. Right? Just like how Fidel Castro had the support of Russia, Soviet Union, Maduro has his support too of China and Russia. So again, who knows? Unless somebody end up drinking at the end, they slip and fall and press a button and some missiles launch. But I don't think America might want to start a war now knowing that Russia and China is backing Maduro. Right? They might want to try to frighten him or interrogate him in some sort of way. I don't know. Right? I don't know how the Lord is going to plan it out. The whole War 3 comes, Most High in Christ. The whole War 3 ain't come, Most High in Christ. We're going to fish more brothers and sisters into truth until it comes. Right? You understand? So, with that, who wants Shema? That's all?
Yeah, Shema.
Yeah, no sir. So let's pass it out over to Chris and Officer Michael.
Comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she, the head, to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister
will court each other. After the 6 months, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not the corona pandemic, right? We would be updated by the generals on the date that this day is, right? Remind Archeum and Aquatiums to check on social media such as I.S.U.P.K.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, like shirt, like pants, like headbands or scarf. And with that, we say Amajam. You're going to turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayah, Kwadash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Aya, Aisha, Baratiza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamaya, Tandanawa, Kam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak now, Kawawat now, Kasalak now, Kawawat now, Wala'a, Tabia now, Banasaya one, Abal, Awashai now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Watapara, I will love Aman.
Right? In the English, what we said was our Father, which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. The power and the glory. Forever. So be it.
We're going to say the blessings in the Hebrew. Rakata Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Makala. Wa Alahayim. Matazabia. Alawap Yahanna. Ha Alawapia. Ha Sarania. Ha Kwatazayanya. Haka Yayalayam. Wa Akwatia. Yahweh. Wa Hashem. Yahweh Shai. So Wada Aman.
In English, what we said was, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angel, Commanding General Yahanna, the general, captain, officer, troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
So we're going to say the Hakak, the prayer for the power structure in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Mawakasha, Natana Hakak, Arapaha, Makala, Hakak, Lataha, Matazaria, Hakak, Lahakwaya, Hamataya, Hakak, I Rakawak, Atamayala, Magarashan, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Wada Aman.
Right, in English, what we said was Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Please
all manner of sickness,
all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power to cast, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. In the city of I.S.U.P.K says, I am blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen
and shake loose
the
church of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school, force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary, send evils and curses, punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nation and their drug dealers, court system, prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Fuzzy-Komatazes, gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airwaves, cable access channels, and the radio channels, convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief, and the murderer. Let the Yahawashi, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying swords, punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word, cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread throughout the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you all. So be it.
We're going to say bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Vayashala, Abayak, Saparia, Barak, Rapa, Magan,
Kelly,
Kila,
Tashika, Kwasi and Kobe. All the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K. All the brothers and sisters fighting to come in the I.S.U.P.K.
Commander General Yahanna, General, Captain, Officers, Troopers, Sisters, Children, Students, all the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K. Trinidad, all the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K. throughout the world, all the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K. throughout the world, Aitisha, Tazapa, Yapa, Tamar,
Commanding General Yahanna, Generals, Captains, Troopers, Sisters, Children, all destroyed of Israel, Kayalwana, Barak Napash, Shariah, Kintian family, Wosalan family, Ikoto family, Philip family,
Commanding General Yahanna, Generals, Captains, Officers, Troopers, Students, Sisters, Shamka, Kaya, Yapa, Para, all the brothers and sisters fighting to come into the truth.
all the brothers and sisters fighting to come into the truth.
and have mercy upon the nation of Israel.
Commanding General
Generals, Captains, Officers, Troopers, Students, Sisters, Yakal, Matazar, Daf, John family, Philip family, Ikoto family.
all the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K.
All the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K.
all the brothers and sisters fighting to come to the truth.
All the brothers and sisters fighting to come to the truth.
All the Israel edition,
All the
family,
family,
John family,
Ikoto family,
Nelan family.
Commanding General Yahanna, General, Captains, Officers, the Troopers, the Sisters, and the Children, and Barriat family.
All the brothers and sisters fighting to come in the truth.
All the brothers and sisters fighting to come to the truth.
All the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K.
All the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K.
Francois family.
Francois family.
Brown family.
Brown family.
Zion.
Zion.
Daniela.
Daniela.
Wesleyan.
Wesleyan.
Ashida.
Ashida.
Angel.
Angel.
Trisha.
Trisha.
Basham.
Basham.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Tawada Aman.
Aman.
Right? In English, what we said was Lord.
Lord.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you. So be it.
So be it.
Sir, men of Israel, let's give the teacher a one courtesy salute. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
How about Shimon Shabbat? Come.
Yad Yad Matah. Men of Israel, let's give the sisters online a one courtesy salute. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Shema Elatan Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yad Yad Matah.